What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Weight Loss Wednesday, where I help you achieve weight loss success on a plant-based lifestyle. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about something that could potentially be holding you back from seeing results on a plant-based lifestyle, and that is our beliefs. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to have an understanding of why your beliefs may be holding you back and how to actually change that and adopt empowering beliefs going forward. And to be able to do this, we have to look at how the brain processes information and takes information in. And to do that, we're going to look at the communication model. Now, we interact with our environment through our senses. So that's visually, what we see, that's auditory, through what we hear, kinesthetically, through what we feel, olfactory and gustafactory, through our taste and through our smell. Okay, so the brain, according to the book Flow, is being bombarded with 2 million bits of information every single second from these senses. And because if we had to take all this in, we'd go crazy. The brain filters it out, deletes and distorts it, and only processes around 132 bits of that information. So can you imagine that? So we're interacting with our environment. There's 2 million bits of information hitting our neurology every second. The brain filters it out and only processes around 132 bits of that information. And all of that information that it does process, it deletes, distorts, and generalizes it. So an example of your brain deleting information is if you ever see the awareness test. The awareness test is where, a bunch of people playing basketball, and you have to count the throws, and at the end of the video they're like, but did you see the gorilla? Maybe spoiling it for people who've never seen it, but they're like, but did you see the gorilla? And you're just like, what? There was a gorilla there the whole time? And you rewind the video, and there was a gorilla just walked right in front of the screen, and you don't even notice it because your brain was not focusing on it. You were not focusing on that, and because you weren't focusing on that, you deleted it. It's kind of like if I asked you, what is the feeling like in your left leg or your left foot? And you become aware of it, but before you weren't really thinking about it. So another thing we do is that we generalize information. One of the ways we generalize information is by saying all people do this or all people do that, etc. And we use these words. And one of the main reasons we generalize is because, again, it helps us process information. If you couldn't generalize making a cup of tea, pouring the boiling water into a regular mug, a regular sort of a cup for tea, if you couldn't generalize that process or that information, your neurology may struggle whenever it comes to something that looks like a cup but isn't exactly a cup, you know? So we generalize information to make it easier for our neurology to expand learning information across the board. So 2 million bits of information hitting our neurology, 132 bits is being sort of is what is eventually filtered out, and all of that information gets deleted, distorted, and generalized, and that forms your internal representation. And where beliefs tie in is beliefs tend to have their basis in faith or trust, and belief, regardless of whether they are true or not, an individual acts as if that belief is true. So beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies. And what happens is whenever we hold a belief, whether positive or negative, it instructs our subconscious mind to find evidence that backs up the belief. And that is why, if you are holding a belief that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy of seeing success in relation to a plant-based lifestyle, if you're holding belief that you can't do it, if you're holding beliefs that this isn't going to work out for me, if you're holding beliefs that eating healthy is hard, if you're holding beliefs like, oh, I can never eat healthy, that's not me, if you're holding beliefs that say, I failed before, so I'm going to fail again. If you're holding those beliefs, then you're instructing your subconscious mind to find evidence to back up that belief. And once you back up that belief, your subconscious mind will be like, look, see, that this fits your current thinking. And that is actually what keeps a lot of people stuck, because their beliefs are causing them to find information. Remember, we're being bombarded with 2 million bits of information at a time, and your beliefs is causing your brain to scan out for information that backs up that belief. And this is why, whenever you say, you know what, I'm gonna change. I know I can do this. I can do this. You set the goal. This is what I'm gonna do, and you start affirming to yourself. You start reprogramming your subconscious mind through the power of affirmations, through the power of repetition. You're meditating more. You're watching material that reinforces the sort of life you want to live. You maybe hire a coach, someone that can teach you about the mind, about the body, but maybe get a personal trainer. They can they can impact you by transferring their belief in to you. So you may not believe it yourself, but the coach transfers that belief, or by through your own conscious will, you develop the belief, and by consciously holding a belief, soon you are going to instruct your subconscious mind to find evidence to back up that belief. And that is why developing empowering beliefs is so important. This is why I'm all for affirmations. I'm all for, like, again, listen to motivational content. And it's so important to set goals. Set goals. Set goals on where you want to be in a month, in 2 months, 3 months, in relation to your weight loss goal and the weight loss journey. And recognize that by setting the goals and by setting it in the positive present tense, was saying I weigh X by a certain date, not I will, or I'm gonna. You say it as if it's already happened. Like, so I weigh X by a certain date. What you're doing is you're instructing your subconscious mind. You're sending messages deep into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will go to work to make your external reality consistent with your new orders.